Today we are going to finally get this area behind me ready for planting the trees. I have some twine with me and some scissors. And I'm going to be tying the twine from this post over here to another post that ends in that direction over there. That's the other post over here. So we're going to tie it from here all the way to back there. Yes, sweetie? And this will be the line that defines our property line. And over here I also have some soil still available for me so that I can take it and put it on that side over there and create a little berm, or just fill in any holes that are there and cover any stumps that need to be covered. Then after that happens, we are going to get some landscaping fabric and put it down to make sure that none of the weeds that were there before are going to pop up. I'm going to leave the landscaping fabric for about 1 to 2 seasons, and then after that I'll take it out and I'll put cardboard down and mulch it over. For this season right now, I'm not going to cover the landscape fabric with anything because I don't want the mulch to decompose over the landscape fabric and then the weeds would start growing through it. Because when weeds grow through the landscape fabric, it's really difficult to pull them out. I don't want to have to use sprays. With the weeds being that close to the trees, I would be risking the health of the trees if I did spray the weeds that are next to the trees. So with the landscaping fabric just covering the soil, the weeds are a lot less likely to sprout through that landscaping fabric unless they were super aggressive, which is super rare. From my experience with putting down landscaping fabric, you really want to put the landscaping fabric for the first or 1 or 2 seasons without anything over it, if you don't want any weeds to come through it, if you are just putting it directly over plants, over aggressive weeds, or over something that you want to get rid of. And that's going to kill all the plants underneath it. Those plants are going to go back. Sorry, there are lots of mayflies trying to fly into my eyes. Those plants, as they decompose, are going to go back into the soil and provide the soil with some nutrients. Then you can take that out and put down cardboard and mulch just to prevent any weeds from coming further. And that cardboard also is going to decompose and provide some carbon into the soil. And you can put down compost on top. That would be even better. I'm not sure I would like to do that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that because it's a big area and I have a lot of areas that need compost, and that can be pretty expensive if I want to cover all these areas with compost. Sorry, I keep doing this because I'm trying to stop the mayflies from flying into my face. Alright, so let's go ahead and tie the string from one post to the other and define our property. Line. So the line is actually right here. I should drag it down. I'm not going to be planting up against the line. I'm going to be pushing about 1.5 feet or so to our property, and so when the trees grow, if they do grow into here, it will be only a little bit. On the other side, I actually tied it to the wooden post. I'm going to go back and tie it to the metal post. Just because I feel better about that, and I think that's not going to move, it's not going to shift to any direction, and it's not going to break, it's metal. So I'm gonna go back over there and do the same. But this area I obviously did not get to yet. It's only a little bit, so I was actually able to tie it and the line looks pretty straight, so pretty happy with it. And now let's go ahead and grab some soil, but first, this is the first time I ever see this site. I want to show it to you because normally I think there were trees in the way, so let me show you quickly. So that's the view from our neighbor's property. They have this creek running down their property, and it is really nice. I love the sound of the water. Okay, change of plans. You see this right here? This is a ground cover that our neighbors have on this side of their property. And I was thinking I could dig up the ones that are on our side and put them in some pots for now, and then plant them again over here in this area, because this way both areas would look kind of uniform together, and it is a really nice ground cover. It's spring blooming, mid-spring blooming, I guess, and it would provide a nice color, especially when there's nothing in here right now. What I am planning on doing is covering this whole area with some cardboard and mulch. I also need to remove the gravel out of here. Before the mulch, I actually want to get some compost and put it over the cardboard. And then I'm going to scatter some wildflower seeds in here just for this season until I can get some plants or start plants from seeds, and then cover this whole area, because right now this area is really a weed fest in here. It's really hard to keep up with it. I can't just keep it weed free because the weeds here are established and I don't want to have to keep spraying. So I have to tackle this early in the spring before the weeds get too big. I will probably be weed whacking them first and then putting the cardboard down. I'll do that in a separate video. I'm not going to do it today. But right now, let's go ahead and try to dig up some of these plants. There are some nice plants in here on this side. I'll have to do that first before I put any landscaping fabric, and then we can proceed with moving the soil, because there are also stuff like phlox. I have phlox over here, phlox over there, phlox everywhere. Phlox everywhere. Also, I think there's a hardy geranium in here. I'm not sure if there's some hosta. Looks like it's some hostas. It feels like it's raining right now. Yes, I see a hardy geranium right here, right there. I believe this is sweet woodruff. I could be wrong. If you guys can identify this plant, please let me know. I think it's sweet woodruff. But when it blooms, it has white blooms and it smells really sweet. It's very beautiful. It's also another ground cover. So I'm thinking of just digging up some of these plants, maybe not all of them, just the ones that I really care about, and just putting them in some pots until I'm able to plant them over here again. Not fill these pots all the way up with soil, because these are only going to sit here for a short amount of time, and I'm going to transplant them somewhere else. But for now, because I don't want to rush and try to find a place to put them, I figured putting them in these pots is going to just help to keep them healthy and prevent them from drying out and from dying. I'm going to start with this one first because I feel like I can squish a little more in here. Maybe I'll take some out of here and then put them in here. So,
why did you do that?
and the soil was super moist, so I don't need to water them that much. After I plant them, I'll water them a little bit, but they don't need that much water. The soil that they're sitting in is super moist because it was raining for 2 days straight. And phlox is really hardy. It comes back super easily, and over here it seeds itself very readily because we do have moist springs oftentimes. So whatever seeds that fell on the ground will sprout in the spring. I'm just trying to squish them all together. I can separate them later. It's okay. I can have tons of plants in the same pot. They're not going to live here long. I might top this with a little bit of soil when I'm done, just to make sure that whatever roots are exposed, they will be covered.
Hey, I had that plant before.
You did?
Yeah. I just took it along.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, looks like I can fit a little more in here. Whoop. These pots are super old.
How was that one old?
Right. I can fit this one in here. And maybe even a tiny bit more. This one. There. Is there a smaller one? This one. It's a little roughed up, but that's okay. I'll bounce back. This sweet woodruff is the only thing that I don't have a pot for. So I'm just going to set it aside on something and then I'll transplant it after I'm done with this area over here. This is all the stuff I ended up with. I have here this sweet woodruff, this hardy geranium, and a couple pots of the phlox, the tall phlox, and this, I forgot its name. I don't know its name anymore. If you guys know what this is, please leave it in the comment section down below. I totally forgot what it is. I still have quite a bunch of sweet woodruff over here and some of this vine that I could take, but I don't have a lot of space and a lot of soil to put them in and a lot of pots. So I'm just sticking with these and they'll just multiply. It'll be okay. So let's go ahead and grab some soil and start putting it in this area. This hole right here needs a little more soil. I put this soil over here. I was hoping it would be a little bit higher, but that's okay. It will cover any stumps that are here, and then I'll be able to plant this area over here with the trees. And then tomorrow I have to come over here and take all this gravel out of here and remove the landscaping fabric that's under it so that I can get this area ready also for planting. So I have to stop right here for today. Can't continue anymore. I have to go inside and make dinner. There were lots of interruptions today. It's alright. I was able to get something done. And I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications of whenever I upload new videos. And stay tuned to how this whole project is going to turn out. And I think it's going to be beautiful. I have a whole lot of plans for this area. Plans, not plants. I will be getting plants, of course. Anyways, I'll be leaving a video for you over here to watch. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.